even like with this platform, I appreciate you and I appreciate things that you are doing for the ballroom scene and, you know, the interviews and stuff like that. I remember I seen one that you did. And I was like, I want one. Like, why nobody asked me to do one? And again, I appreciate what you did from the last ball that I walked. I appreciate that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, honey, I definitely want to, you know, like I liked your work because when I was younger and me out there and when I was out on 42nd Street, there was a place called Show Center. And we went upstairs and that was my first time seeing an older trans woman, like a woman, like she was a woman. And I was so amazed by that. And I always was like, I wanted to be like an older girl that you could look up to. I just felt like those girls, I always wanted to know how did they make it to be that old and how did they, you know what I'm saying? Like I was always like the respect for the older girls. And so I appreciate you, you know, for sharing that with me. Like that's what's up. So that means that, because that's my prayer, honey. You know, I ask God to use me in any shape, form, or fashion. So my name is Latisha. I'm the queen mother of the house of Revlon and I'm here. I'm the pioneer icon. We could just say icon. I can even say that. It's like, you know, it's no tea. It is what it is. When me and Selvin had got into a reading session, yes, on the mic, yeah, that was in Atlanta. I made Andre have that category because it was like when I got down to Atlanta, it seemed like it was like the Twilight Zone to me, you know, just coming back to the scene. And then down there, things was just so much different. And it seemed like the girls, people from up in the New York area that know what time it was coming down inside those southern areas and flipping the script and making it seem like, you know, like I'm the not. Girl, what? So I was like, either we gonna fight or we gonna have this category. Cause yes, the category, because I'm legendary deadly dagger. So like that's my category. So yeah, there's even a clip of me and Khadija. She's my sister. Like we good, but we had a reading session back then. So the category was Deadly Dagger, sit back, be cunt, and read. So you couldn't get out of your chair. You had to face each other, and you had the mic. It was the Shade Festival, I think in '93, the Hector Extravaganza Shade Fest, I think. That was a legendary ball too. That was a really good ball. At that time I was kind of going through something also. And it was like they were trying it. And sometimes in ballroom it seems like if you're here and then you kind of fall off, then they try it. And I don't understand, like that's something that I don't get in ballroom. When stuff like that happens, you know, because life happens with different people. And, you know, with the ballroom scene, like me, honestly, I'm a recovering addict. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I still smoke weed and stuff like that. But, like, I used to get high and stuff like that. So I know I did start that with the ballroom scene. I'm not going to say that it was the scene that did it, but I did it being out there. And then when you fall from grace, it's like they want to try it, like they forgot. Well, what took the train off the track was me sniffing cocaine. And then you graduate. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So my drug of choice, if I could, I would, but I can't, would be sniffing heroin, like the Billie Holiday of it all. Like, again, that would be my drug of choice, but I used to mix them together. One was an upper, one was a downer, so it just kept me leveled. And then from there, I was, you know, smoking, you know, Acrug and smoking coke, and yeah. But I haven't gotten high since 2010, I think. I stopped. And it's a constant battle every day, Any recovering addict could tell you that because it's stuff that comes your way. But yeah, again, only the strong survive, honey. Because it do be the struggle of getting out of it too. It's a battle and it's a constant battle. Do you understand? Like, no ma'am. So I only get like that because of the I just be thinking about the younger girls because I know how it is, and I know that ballroom is a fantasy world. I don't know you have your gay family and this, that, and the other, but I did have my personal, people. But besides that, outside of them, ballroom, when it comes down to that, oh no, honey, they would definitely kick you to the curb with the quickness. Like, I know that when it came down to like us back in the days, it was more or less people knew that you probably did it, but it wasn't like we were sitting in front of it. Like it was more incognito then, as opposed to now where people are really glorifying it. Again, I don't knock nobody with they do because I can't do it. Like it's with me, I just can't do it. I can't knock somebody for whatever they do. I just say, be careful or whatever the case may be. Because I done been through it. When people is have certain, like platforms or just whatever, like how they um push it forward. Like, yes, honey, this is it, and like it's fab and this and the other. But then you have the younger girls that's watching you and thinking that that's the thing to do. And then when they fall from grace, then y'all start being fierce to them. And then y'all start reading them and this and the other instead of showing them that there is like a different way. You understand? Like, because out there, that stuff like that, only the strong survive. And in 2 weeks, I'll be 52. Let's be clear. You understand? So, and that's nothing but the grace of God. So, um, I'm very big on that. Everybody have their vices again, but I just feel like if that's what you're gonna do, that's what you're gonna do. That's your business. Like you don't have to advocate that because you have younger people that's looking up and watching that. So I stand alone. Like I have my house of Revlon behind me, but if push came to shove, if I had to like present myself for them without them there, I can do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm coming to rock the show. I just feel like we're ballroom, like it's a show. So people pay 40, 50, $60 to come to see a show. So I just feel like I'm a part of the show. So I'm just saying, if I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna give a production. You understand? Because now, okay, back in the days, my categories that I used to walk, they weren't for cash. It was just for the big trophies and bragging rights. Which I don't go to the balls for the cash or anything like that. I really just go to put on the show, and whatever comes with it comes with it. Like I go out to have fun. I love it. I love ballroom. Like, it's like the magic. Because back in the days, we were like, it was like the underground world celebrity. Like we were celebrities. Like everybody had their own name. Be household words. Our names were household. That's what we were aiming for. So. Well, I'm from New York City, born and raised in Harlem. Moved to the Bronx. I lived all over New York, and yeah, but I'm from New York, a native New Yorker. Ballroom. My sister Shanice, we went to high school together. Shanice Milan. I'm not sure if you knew her. She's one of my sisters from back in the days. God rest her dead. May she rest in peace. But yeah, that was my sister. She taught me a lot. So she took me down to 42nd Street, and then I ran into Moldavia, and Moldavia told me about the ball. Well, this one lady, I came to me and she was a prophetess, and I was at work one day, and she came up to me and she told me that God stopped time for me when I was out there. He was preserving me for whatever, and I really like spiritually. People know like spiritually I'm there, and I felt that even by me saying that now. So I know that right now like everything has its time, and I didn't go through everything that I went through for nothing, so everything has its time and its place. So we just gonna let God be God and let him do it. So I got into that ball. um I think I'm not even think I was too young. I was probably like 16 years old, 15, 16. And the security guard didn't want to let me in. And Pepper was like, let that child in, because it was a daytime ball. He was like, let that child in like that. And she said, come on in like that. And, I paid to get in, whatever the case may be. And yeah, I watched and I was like, I got to be a part of that. But I made you. It was the ball, it was at tracks. I'll never forget that. That's when Moldavia and I forgot her name. She came down the steps. They was voguing and came down the steps backwards, bitch. But see, Selvin is like family. He knew my family before I even came out to Ballroom, saying he was my cousin's friend. So I know Selvin from way, 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 way back. Like people don't know that part, But Selvin know my family. Like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was before even Ballroom. Like I even knew Ballroom before Selma even started walking runways. Like yeah, I don't know. Ballroom is different today than it was back then. I think the magic of Ballroom got lost when the money started getting involved. And the reason why I'm saying that is because then they just had like grand prize and mini grand prize. That's what you was going for. That was the cash. The smaller cash, the bigger cash. Grand prize is usually the bigger, like say $1,000. Then $1,000 was a coin. So $1,000 and then 500 to be mini grand. The rest of it, it was like we was going for trophies, and the trophies was fab back then. Like you wanted to get one of the trophies, they were fab trophies. So that's and like it was like a show. Like we was because I guess back then, with especially the trans women, we were like it was like secret agent stuff. Like out inside the world, we had to because you had to be real, look like a model, bench you can't. But unless you was getting beat and bottles and bricks thrown across you from across the street, honey. So you had to be real. It was imperative that you could be able to blend into society. That was the mission. So we all used to work together and stuff inside Show World, inside Show Center and stuff like that. So it'd be like, yes, bitch, I see you on the runway. And then, we eat each other up. Whoever wins, then we come back with the bragging rights. Like, yes, let's see. Hey, now I see you. Don't worry, bitch. I see you at the next ball. It was like, we used to have fun with it. It was more fun, and we were more like a sisterhood because all we had was each other. Girls don't want to help girls get hormones or show them the way, or if you get a surgery, you don't want to tell what doctor you got it from. And like, girl, what we used to like, we want to encourage you, like, yes, but check your motherfucking moms. You understand? Like, here, take these, or this right here, when these were sitting, like, like we looked up for each other. That's the only sad part today is that the unity with the girls is gone, and then some of the girls, I'm not gonna say all of them. Some of the girls, like I'm gonna say, would say some of the younger generation, they don't like to like listen, or they think that they know everything, and they just don't want to listen. And it's like no respect. Or when you teach them, and finally get them to where they need to be, then they want to come for you. It was more about hormones. Like it was imperative that you took your moans. Like we was focused on that. Before the still like especially like the girls that used to work inside showroom and stuff like that, like it was more or less like you had to have implants as opposed to putting loose. My thought process was I'm not gonna put no loose seal inside my chest and there's no bag to cover it because back then it was that's when implants first started, and they had the silicone implants, and the silicone implants was erupting and doing stuff to people. So from that point on, it was like, well, why would you want to put something loose inside your chest? and it's right there near your heart and your lungs. Like, that was just too much. I don't know. I just always thought about my future with certain stuff. But the moans, like for us, we that was very important. Like transitioning, that's a very part of in most. That's like one of the key things to transition is taking your hormones. you know, it was imperative because especially back then, with us now it's just free game. Anybody could just throw on a dress. Anybody like back then we knew that it was levels. Just like even with the bathroom, like you knew if you wasn't supposed to be inside then, like you knew, like it's okay to take your time. It's okay to be inside maybe a baggy clothes. The girls don't even wear training bras anymore. We used to be inside training bras and training our moans and stuff like that. Like you can't grow up but so fast. Like it's gonna happen. Don't worry, it's gonna happen. You sit and let the hormones take its course. It's gonna happen for you. It's no rush. Don't let nobody. My advice to them, to whoever, even if it's just one person that receives it, do not let them rush you into getting any type of surgery, any type of face work, any type of uh, stuff inside your face and in your body. Don't let them pressure you to do that because they will. You don't have to have that stuff. Like, you don't have to. That does not. You have females that's actually removing their breasts. So it's like it's no rush. Like it's gonna happen. Like I know you want it. It's gonna happen. Just take your moans. Trust me. That's like the best advice I could give you. Like it's lowering your testosterone, and the testosterone is. You got some of the girls that kind of look like girls but still act like boys. In my generation, we didn't have that. Like you had to like blend, and you had to like it was unless you was definitely gonna get beat. I feel like the girls that actually like the girls. Like for me, I don't have no identity crisis. I'm not a female, but I am a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Last thing I want to do say is that I make T-strings for the girls with the secret. As you can see, T-strings LLC. Of the underwear for the girls with the secret. You can wear them underneath your bathing suit. Underneath your favorite lingerie, or it's just a more sexy way for the girls to hold themselves. They come in, all different sizes and shapes. Not shapes, but I have the wide collection and stuff. But we have like cotton and back in the days we had an old lady that used to make them, but I switched up. I tweaked it some because I was in Atlanta and I just felt like if you have on a wig and you out there like this thing, put that away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm here to change my girl one step at a time. You can also go on Facebook, T Strings LLC, or Instagram, T Strings LLC.